I've not filmed a come to work with me today video since I've moved into the new school. So, you know, come to work in the new building with me today, I guess. Hey guys, welcome to the library. We are in my very messy office. I'm going to show you, do not judge. Okay, this is the state of the office currently. It's the stuff of nightmares. This is the desk. I mean, it's not really my real desk. Like, I actually sit out there at that desk, at the circulation desk. So this is kind of just extra random stuff that has to be stored in various cabinets, things like that. Honestly, my office is mostly going to be storage at this point. I'm going to use my office mostly as storage, and then I'm going to sit mostly out there. I have not, since school started, I think September 17th. So we've been in school, well, I've been in this building about a month and a half. In a month and a half, I've not got a second free to do my office because I prioritize setting up the stuff out there, which I feel like is definitely more important. Students need to have books. So our plans for today. First, morning duty. I now have morning duty every single morning outside the library until I just realized I have icing on my thumb. It's from this dessert that I have that spilled. Anyway, I'll show you the food situation later. But I have morning duty outside the library every morning, and the library's kind of up here by itself, like on the second floor. And I thought, you know, nobody's really going to be wandering around up here. There are people on morning duty downstairs. Why do they really need me? Turns out I am actually quite needed because it's pretty much daily. I have at least one, maybe as many as 8 students try to sneak up one of the stairs, and I am on duty to send them back down the stairs. So I'm gonna go do my morning duty, and then we're gonna get started. I thought I saw somebody up here already. Okay, so I already had a student come to check out a book, even though book checkout doesn't actually start until the bell rings, but I'm not gonna say no. So I am sitting currently in the hallway. I will check her out from my computer while I'm sitting here. I'm gonna also look at my to-do list. I do this every morning now. I sit outside. You can still hear the construction, by the way. You may hear that noise. So I've got my to-do list, which I will show you. So I still use Google Keep to basically plan my day and keep track of everything that I need to do. So first, sub plans. I will not be here tomorrow, so I have to do the sub plans like ASAP. I need to deliver books that are on hold. We have students that go to another school in our district, and they put books on hold because they don't always get to our library. I need to finish delivering those. Hide the nonfiction. I'm not sure what that means. I do need to work on the sports nonfiction because it's really like out of control. Really need to continue dynamic shelving. There's a bunch of random little stuff that it looks like I need to do. Book a room for somebody, our little study room. So yeah, I will start working on all this ASAP. Also, I have the best view of the storms from here. Look at that storm coming. Is that not awesome? I love my views of the storms. Okay, so I already checked a student out in the hallway. It wouldn't work on my computer for some reason on my Chromebook, so I just had to like take a picture of the barcode number, write down her name, and I'll check it out when I get inside. Also, I talked to my husband because he's in New York City. I haven't told you about this. He went to New York City to train at the X-Men mansion. Yeah. So they're leaving today though to come back home, he and a friend. So I talked to him, and now let's see, at 9 o'clock there's a meeting in the library for a construction update. I'm not sure if the superintendent's going to be here. I'm not sure who it's going to be because he was here once before, but I'm kind of curious if I can, find out a little bit about the construction update as well for the library. And I think priority number 1 is I will finish the nonfiction sports, get that done so that tomorrow when our first set of classes come to check out books, I will have all that ready. Now also, when our first round of classes come to check out tomorrow, they are not going to stay for very long. They're not doing the whole like scavenger hunt activity thing I had planned because they don't have time. They just have to get in, check out a book, and leave. But I'm not going to be here tomorrow, so that is quite the problem. So I'm going to meet with I'm already getting text too. I'm going to meet with the English teacher who's coming tomorrow. She's honestly, she's actually a new teacher to our school as well. And I'm going to show her how to check books in and out so that she knows, because all my TAs don't know how to yet, because last week I didn't get to show them. I didn't think classes were coming until after fall break, like 2 weeks from now. But she kind of asked me on the spur of the moment if she could come, and I was like, well, yeah, but oh wait, my TAs don't know how to check out books yet. Usually I show them very, very early on, but we didn't have a circulation desk computer. So I'll keep you updated. 3 people are texting me. Let's see who it is. Also prepare for lots of voiceovers because I do not film in the library when it's awkward, but I will just film silently so nobody knows, and then I'll do voiceovers because it's way too awkward to try to talk. Hey guys, it's lunchtime. Welcome to the messy storage room. I'm not gonna show you the other side because it really is messy, but we have been so busy this morning that I have not got a chance to update you before lunch. So here very shortly, I will show you what I have been working on. I'll show you my lunch that I've got going. just all kinds of things. I've had teachers come in, like I can't even tell you everything I've done this morning. It's been one thing after another. I don't know if I think I've gotten like maybe 1 or 2 things off my to-do list so far. But yeah, let me take you around the library here in a minute and show you what I have been working on. So here's a few things I've done today. The Leader in Me stuff, we're a Leader in Me school, and I got my plans ready for advisory. We started using these little shelf thingies. We made these last year. I'll go show you them on the shelves, but they're these little blurbs that we kind of use ChatGPT to write actually about books, and we hung them under books on the shelves. As I'm walking over here to show you the shelves, I will also tell you that I talked to one of our English teachers, the head of our English department, and we have a plan for how we're going to do like Fridays, because on Fridays I'm going to have kids that are basically kind of like met their benchmarks on their assessments come to the library for like an enrichment period, and I'm going to offer several different choices of things for them to do. So I'm really excited about that. We started it last year, but we're really going to do it this year. I'm also going to try to collaborate with them on like some research lessons and stuff, because they're going to have some time in their schedule, I think, for me to be able to do that with them. I also met with another English teacher because I'm going to be out tomorrow. I think I told you I had to do this. Yeah, she came in to learn how to check out books. So that was good. I taught 2 sections, like my second and third block. I showed the TAs how to check out books in our system. I also ordered mounts. I'll show you right here. Right there is going to be a big smart board, and the same thing on the other side over there. And so I ordered swivel mounts for those, but we don't have to pay for them out of the library budget. So that's exciting. I also had a library TA work on the sports nonfiction section. We had put an extra shelf in, like on these, we put in an extra shelf in through here. They gave us extra shelves, which was nice, but the sports books are too tall for that. So we had to actually go back and take out a shelf. We did that with some of these other ones too. Well, here are the shelves you can see just sort of laying here. We're gonna store those, but we're gonna save this one for like a display. And we didn't have to use the bottom. We may try to have more books facing outward. We may wind up using the bottom, but we finished sports nonfiction. I say we, my TA did. I've not shown you my dynamic shelving yet, but we did try dynamic shelving. We've left a lot of things blank for displays for later, but like here's an example. So here are some shelves that, you know, we have books turned facing outward. Very exciting. We're trying to leave room for little plants. Little display, like decorations that maybe themed to each genre can have something. I'll show you one of my favorite shelves. It's over here. Now, our signs are very temporary. Mystery. We're going to get better signs later, but I love that shelf because it's all Holly Jackson pretty much. I love that, how they're staggered. We're going to get things to hold these in place too so they don't keep falling off. That's my one big thing, is that these books are going to, you know, fall off when they're like this. But yeah, see, those are already falling down. So we will get things to hold them in place. But I had my first block today go through and put out some of our little shelf talkers. So there we go. I told her to put some just every now and then, because we're also going to have handwritten ones. Oh, I don't even know this book. There we go. We'll have some handwritten ones, like student recommendations, staff recommendations. So we don't want too many because, you know, it'd be too cluttered looking. But yeah, we just did a few there, and then I'm going to have some more TAs go through and finish the rest. I think we've got a few on this side. Yeah. So that's what first hour kind of worked on. And then we also worked on putting the names of students into our computer system. We do that every single year. We put in the names of the students by English class, so that way we can run a report every single month when they come for their class visit to see what books they have checked out and remind them, give them a little slip. And it makes book checkout a lot easier too, because then you have their classes listed in the system. You don't have to type in their names every single time and try to figure out how to spell their names. That's a whole thing. So I think, is that all I've done? I don't know, maybe. I've still got to finish my sub plans. I've got to figure out the login for the TAs for the computer, so that, well, for Destiny, for the back office. So the TAs will sit over here. That's their computer, and I sit over there on that side. The circulation sign is there, so yeah, that's kind of, and then this one's information. Oh yeah, we got screens yesterday. We got a screen there, and technically one on the outside too, and there. So I can do lots of displays, like digital signage. That's going to be exciting. So yeah, it's coming along quite nicely. I'm gonna go finish my lunch because I'm filming this during lunch. But yeah, I think that's all I've done. I don't know. I'm also in charge of the courtesy committee where people donate money. So if a staff member has a family member that, you know, passes away or something, we send them something really nice, and I'm in charge of doing that too. So I had somebody come and donate some money to me. I've had a bunch of random people walk in for stuff as well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't know, but now I'm hungry. I'll show you what I've got for lunch. Very important. I know that you want to see what I'm eating. This is Amy's vegetable soup. So good. A tuna fish sandwich. It's this little pouch. And then the best dessert ever. I got this from Kroger. It's a brownie with all this icing on top. This thing's amazing. An apple for later. Seltzer water of the day is strawberry lemonade. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that right out here on this side of the library, they had a big construction update meeting today with like the superintendent, assistant superintendent, principal, head architect, a bunch of people. So we were all trying to be very quiet while they had their meeting. So my plan after lunch is twofold. One, I need to show my library TA some of the stuff we're working on and get her started on that. Two, I need to get everything set up for advisory. Advisory is after third. We have 4 blocks. Advisory is after third block. I do have an advisory class. It's all freshmen, but they're really good. They're really good freshmen. So I'm going to get them started or get everything set up for that, for the Leader and Me lesson that we're supposed to do. And then, and then pretty much spend 4th block just making sure everything's ready for the sub. I still have not got to type up my sub plans because it's been so busy today. So that is, I think, top priority. And then today's Tuesday. I'm out Wednesday. We might start this thing on Friday where I'm going to have like the students that already met their benchmarks come to do activities in here. So Thursday I'll have to hurry and get all those activities ready. So I'll keep you updated. So this is the big giant smart board that we use for classes when they come in. I've got all my Leader and Me stuff set up, ready for my advisory class. That's where my class sits. But I also wanted to show you the beginnings anyway of the maker space, which is going to be in this room right here. Right now, it's just kind of like random supplies that teachers might need, but eventually one day it'll be the actual makerspace. And look at these Lego robotics kits. The school technology coordinator found these in the old school and nobody was using them. So yay, we get them for the makerspace. I am so excited. So it's the end of the day. Can we just talk for a minute about this Coke? It is called Oreo Coke Zero. It tastes like a liquid Oreo. Somebody else tried it that I know and they said it was like the most disgusting thing ever and they even spit it out and I like it. It's literally a liquid Oreo. I already drank it so you don't get to see my test taste, but it was really good. So it is the end of the day. I finished all my sub plans. I had my advisory class. We did our little Leader and Me lesson. That was fun. I have a really good advisory class even though they're freshmen, but there were only 13 of them here today, so they were really good. It's also very noisy in the hallway. The school just let out. Yeah, I've got to go pick up my child from daycare. Yeah, it's been busy, but I think everything's ready. So I have my little sub-plan folder here. Hopefully this information and stuff will be really helpful. I've got my plans, my rosters, all that good stuff. And here's the state of the library. We got some of the shelves, like there were just some random, there were some random shelves just kind of laying back there in the middle of nowhere. So we moved those out of the way. My TA last hour finished the dynamic shelving. Well, the beginnings of dynamic shelving anyway. Like I said, we're going to have more stuff later, but she finished the manga section here for me and left some little spaces for us to put cute little decorations that are like, you know, manga themed decorations I thought would be fun. Originally we had comics starting here, like this was all manga, but it turns out manga's really big and I needed room for growth as well. So we had to kind of move everything. But for the first time ever, we've split up manga, graphic novels, and comics. Last year at the old school, they were all together. Here we have all the manga. Here we have all of the graphic novels. And over here on this side, we have all the comics with some room for little displays and stuff like that. Like I said, little cute items. So very pretty. I love this. I think the TA that did this did such a good job. But I think that'll be really helpful because these are so tiny. You know, they're really, really thin and narrow, and they were getting lost amongst all these big graphic novels or the big manga series. And same thing with the graphic novels. Not too many people were checking out a true graphic novel. So I want to see if I can get these checked out more by putting them kind of here separately versus over here with all these big manga series, which are of course super duper popular. I will show you my other TA finished the little literature section down here. Ignore our old signs. These are literally the signs from our old school and we just brought them with us for now. They're very temporary. All the signs are temporary. In fact, they were made, I'll show you, they were made by Dolly, which is like part of ChatGPT, right? And I mean, look at the M, it looks terrible right there. The M and the A are like combined. But yeah, this is AI art. I made it in like 5 minutes or less. I think I made all those signs, so took no time. But it was convenient and I had to do it for now. But we're getting much better signs later on. I've got several ideas for that. So yeah, so that's kind of worked out nicely. Like a lot of people want the Tupac book of poetry. I feel like if people knew that Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote a book of poetry, they would check it out way more frequently. And like beautiful books that just get lost because people only see the little teeny tiny spine. So I think we'll see if this works, if this gets more books checked out. And I just sent an email to the entire staff, certified, classified, everybody, how to book one of our little workrooms, little study rooms that are on the side, like these little rooms here. That they can't rent out this one because it's going to be the makerspace room, and one of the other ones is an office. 3 of the workrooms they can book, so I sent out an email about how to book those, and I'm going to let them book them themselves so that they don't have to always contact me. It's just kind of one less thing that I have to be in charge of, you know, that they can just do it themselves, and I can see on there who's booked, you know, for what day. Right now, we're not letting students book the study rooms themselves, just to, well, one, just to make sure that everything kind of works okay, you know, with teachers doing it first, but also because, you know, what if a teacher really needs it, or they need it for testing or whatever, that maybe we should have teachers have the priority. But also, like, if students didn't show up, like they booked it but then didn't come, that would be bad. So at least this way a teacher's kind of in charge of them and knows that they're there. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe eventually we'll let students book them. I also charged our computer over here. I laid out all the stuff for the sub over here at the circulation desk with all the instructions on how to log into our system. Yeah, that's our sign in, sign out Chromebook thing. I had to leave a whole set of directions about that for my sub. Turns out having a sub at the beginning of the year at a new school is like a whole thing. I had to leave like so many plans about what we were doing. I think I showed you all the rest of this. We pretty much finished all this. Oh, we finished science. Did I show you this? We did finish kind of dynamically shelving science. We had to weed a bunch more. Like, this is it. This is all we're left with. We had so much more science last year. I mean, seriously, we did about 2/3 of our nonfiction. I have a whole weeding video about that, but it was just like old books that nobody really ever read. Is this supposed to be in science? Yeah, I guess so. Forensics. Okay. I thought it might be in social studies. I was confused. So yeah, we are going to keep working on it. I'm going to keep ordering new stuff. I did get a $1,000 grant to order all new nonfiction books just for nonfiction. So that should help me considerably, because a lot of my budget this year goes towards like plants. I didn't tell you about that, did I? I bought $354 worth of plants on Amazon, like, you know, with library money, obviously not my own money, but like, we're going to put them at the corners of the circulation desk. We're going to put them on the shelves, like little tiny ones on the shelves. I bought huge big trees for the corners. So like back there will be a tree. On this side, back there will be a tree. On the corners of each circulation desk, a huge big plant. Little teeny tiny plants all throughout the shelves. And I even bought some hanging plants to maybe hang down over the side of some of these big bookshelves. So I think that's it for today. That's a wrap. I've got to get out of here. Actually, on my way out, I have to go turn in some money. Somebody donated that money for the courtesy committee, and I don't want to keep it in here, especially since I'm not going to be here tomorrow. So talk to you guys again soon. Bye.